6:30, so at this time I'll call to order the regular meeting of the board for August 10th, 2023, and we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen.
Well, welcome back. Okay, adoption of the agenda. It is recommended that the agenda of the August 10th, 2023 regular meeting of the Board of School Trustees be approved as presented.
Motion.
Second. All in favor? Approval of the minutes. It is recommended that the minutes of the July 13th, 2023 regular meeting of the Board of School Trustees be approved as presented.
Motion.
Second. Okay. All in favor? Any statements or questions from the public? Administrative recommendations, claims. It is recommended that the prepaid and July claims numbered 99,837 through 99,960 be approved as presented.
Motion. Second.
All in favor? Personnel. It is recommended that the resignation of Marley Massey be approved as presented. Motion.
Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that Nathaniel Butts be hired as an instructional aide at Fountain Central Junior Senior High School for the 2023-2024 school year.
Nathaniel, obviously, most of us probably recognize that name, a recent graduate for us. He's just finished up at Wabash, kind of in need of a temporary, I told him you can give us a year, but a temporary position while he pursues his career. And he's jumped right in feet first, and he's doing a great job.
Is he going to help with the sports also?
I told him if you come over, you're probably going to get hounded by.
You should have told him that's part of his job.
He's been out of junior high football.
I think he's over junior high football.
Oh, good.
Saw him junior high football night.
He's a good kid.
Very
Help with that. Motion. Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that the resignation of Nick Smith be approved as presented. Motion.
Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that the resignation of Isaiah Gleason be approved as presented.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that the resignation of Krista Witzman be approved as presented. Motion.
Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that Tori Bowling be hired as an instructional aide at Southeast Fountain Elementary for the 2023-2024 school year.
Tori is a Covington graduate and then graduated from Indiana State with a degree in history. She started as an elementary education major and wanted to get back into that field, and so will be joining us as an instructional aide this year.
Motion.
Second. All in favor? It is recommended that Kirsten Oppie be hired as an instructional aide in the life skills program at Southeast Fountain Elementary for the 2023-2024 school year.
Kirsten's a parent of two of our students, and last year she attended a field trip with them and found that she really liked being with the kids, and so she wanted to take a more active role. So she'll be in our life skills program this year.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that Phil Shaby be appointed as the principal of Southeast Fountain Virtual Academy and receive a stipend to fill this role in addition to his duties as the assistant principal at Fountain Central Junior Senior High School.
As you know, Phil has just completed all of the work and received his admin license. So this gives him the opportunity to step forward for the district in one more way. I know he doesn't have a lot of spare time because he does lots of things, but we're really appreciative that Phil's willing to take that on for us.
Motion. Oh, go ahead,
Go
Scott.
ahead. I'll second.
Okay. All in favor?
Congratulations, Phil.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Quotes. It is recommended that the quote from Ortman Drilling and Water Services in the amount of $21,700 be approved to replace the well at Southeast Fountain School Corporation.
You probably recall that a couple years ago, we had to replace wells, and again, we had a well go out, and it's not anything that's that is on warranty or anything, and we have to have water at a school corporation, so we had to move forward with that work.
Motion.
Second. All in favor? It is recommended that the quote from Demco in the amount of $20,237.67 be approved to purchase new furniture for the Southeast Fountain Elementary Library.
Kelly may want to speak to this more. I will tell you that she and Lucas have been working to do some upgrades in the library, so.
Yeah, we ended up sending over 40 boxes to the Hillsborough Christian Church. They took all of our books that had not been in circulation for the past 5 years, or we had multiple copies of, because he and Abby Lawson, our instruction lead there, wanted to make more room for maker spaces, media areas, just to kind of bring it to a more 21st century library and media center. So our summer helpers ended up painting the old bookshelves. They were still in really good shape. They were just 1970s colors. And so it looks just so much cleaner and streamlined in there already. Lots more space for our kids. So we're really excited to see it complete with the furniture.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that the quote from Grasshopper in the amount of $31,403.12 be approved to purchase a new mower.
Okay, this mower would be used specifically, our athletic fields, when you mow, the grass still stays on the field sometimes, and because of the problem, this would have a grass catcher with it. So it would be something to use to add to, we're trying to make our athletic fields more conducive to the sports, and, with our new paint or things like that, this will just help with the whole process.
And this has got, this is the aerator
Yeah.
as well. We're getting aerator, and then, yeah. So there's a couple of attachments with this. Yeah, okay.
The paint lines.
Yeah, because ours broke. Motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? Fundraisers. It is recommended that the Beat the Bar fundraiser be approved to raise funds for After Prom.
Okay, the Beat the Bar is a bar that you hang on with your hands to see if you can hang for 2 minutes. It's only a foot or so off the ground, so we don't have to worry about, hopefully, injuries. And they're hoping to raise at least $500 from this for After Prom.
So where's this gonna be done?
Home games only. At each of our home games in football, they'll have an area. If you think about like things they did in the middle of basketball games to raise
Right.
funds, it's that same philosophy, but people are gonna get to go and try to hang on the.
Motion.
Second. All in favor? It is recommended that the Hog Roast and Car Show fundraiser be approved to raise funds for After Prom.
This is to be held on September 22nd before the home football game on that Friday. Their fundraising goal is $1,000 to be used for After Prom.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that the Glow Run fundraiser be approved to raise funds for After Prom.
This fundraiser would be held on the night of the August 25th football game, have a glow run after the varsity football game, and they will be selling glow items during the game. This will be done on the cross-country course, and they'll be doing a 3K for fun, no timing.
All the administrators participating in that.
And,
Golf cart.
and they're hoping to raise $500. Correct.
Motion.
Second. Go ahead, Josh.
Second.
All in favor? Other business. It is recommended that the Mini Mustangs Learning Academy staff handbook be approved for the 2023-2024 school year.
So our Mini Mustangs Learning Academy daycare opened this year, and while they are all non-certified staff and expected to read and abide by the non-certified handbook, the staff handbook for the daycare talks about extra things that apply specifically there, such as we have student interns, they can't leave the students alone with kids ever. Just things like that that are safety and health-related requirements are added in here.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that the spending threshold for legal services be set at $10,000 per year.
Last month you tabled this, we hadn't really come to a decision. 10,000 would be, if I got to that much, then certainly I'd have to get permission to go above that. Now, I will say in the past few years, most years we are well under $1,000. In 2022, we had our normal attorney plus a second attorney due to some staff things, so we went a little over that 10,000. But the reason that I'm recommending 10,000, that's the threshold that I could spend without board approval for other things that come up. And so I'm asking the same for this.
Motion.
Scott, you take it. I'll second.
Vote. All those in favor? It is recommended that the superintendent be granted permission to publish a request for proposal for bond work to take place in the Fountain Central Pool area.
Okay, this does not lock us into doing a bond, but we would like to explore getting a GO bond and staying tax neutral because we have a significant amount of both mechanical and HVAC related work to do in the pool area that we have been trying to address for a couple of years.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that the superintendent be granted permission to publish a notice of a public hearing regarding the bond.
Once we get some proposals for the bond, if we move forward, we have to have a hearing for that. So I would like to be able to publish that with your permission.
Motion.
Second. All in favor? It is recommended that the adult breakfast price be adjusted to $2.75 and the adult lunch price be adjusted to $4.80.
Okay, our students, as you know, still have free meals, but with part of the CEP grant, they also let us know what we have to charge adults for meals. So this is in line with what the state is telling us we need to be.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Elementary report.
We just want to welcome everyone back. We feel we're off to a great start. We have approximately 475 students in grades K through 5th, and our preschool is full with 20 students with a wait list, so that was a first for us. I want to thank Mrs. Alexander and Mrs. Gaylor for all of their help registering those over 500 students. That's a really big job for us in a matter of a few days. We just could not do that without them. And also thank our custodial staff. The building was just really clean and spotless for when our kids came back. I want to welcome our new staff again, Tori Bowling and Kirsten Oppie. We did have our first Mustang Kids Camp this summer. The week before school started, we had 50 students in attendance for that with 6 staff members. This is up 30 students from last year's Jump Start, which just had 20. So we think that this could be something we want to continue in the future. This week, we did our procedure blitz with our students, so practicing all of those routines and procedures that are part of our school year. Next week, we'll begin our beginning of year assessments as well as our academic curriculum. And we just look forward to a really great school year.
And on to the high school report.
And we'd also like to welcome back all of our students and staff. We are currently at an enrollment of 513 students in grades 6 through 12. That's a slight increase from where we were a year ago. In preparation, like Kelly said, in preparation for the school year, we just want to give thanks to what we say is our front office staff. And I was thinking on the way over here, it's the first time in 4 years where we've brought the entire front office staff back. When you talk about admin down through the ranks, our guidance staff, obviously led by Mrs. Foxworthy, did a great job of getting our students enrolled and also kind of just establishing new procedures and then fine tuning ones that we have already in place. And then also, Josh and I just have to thank Amy and Tiffany Bowling, who do everything that they can do to make our jobs easier, including bringing us goodie bags to start the day on Wednesday. They go above and beyond for every staff member, every student, and the two of us, and we'd be lost without those two bowling. So year's off to a great start. First 2 days have been smooth, and we're looking forward to the next 178.
Who's counting?
Always count somewhere. Okay.
The spotlight tonight is our Mini Mustangs Learning Academy. This year, after much behind-the-scenes work and gearing up towards it, I'm excited to say that we have established a child care center for infants and toddlers of our staff. Already, this has helped us to recruit. This year, we have at least one new staff member that was excited to take the job, knowing that her children could come with her. We have other staff members who are already here, who are certainly taking advantage of it. In addition to those who have enrolled, we had an open house, which you'll find out about that. Also, a lot of other staff members came to check it out, to see even if they want to use for drop-in service. So we have an option of being enrolled in the center on a regular basis, or if a parent needs to drop in for a day or something like that, we have that option as long as space is available and staffing to support that. So our child care center opened up with Manel Hustler as our lead teacher in there. Our caregivers include Bri Gonzalez, who is also there all day long. Katie Kraut, one of our IAs at the elementary, comes in early and works at the daycare before she starts her other role in the elementary building. And it also has allowed us to offer latchkey services to families who need to drop their child off early. There is a charge for that, but we have space in there that they can watch those children from the time the daycare opens up until time for breakfast. And then Christine Edgel is doing the same thing after she is an aide in one of our elementary classrooms. Then at the end of the school day, she goes there and works until the child care center closes, and again, helps monitoring, taking care of the infants and toddlers, but also it has allowed us to do a latchkey program. And we have, right now, only a couple kids that have signed up for latchkey. In the past, that would have meant that we said there's not enough to offer it, and we would have gotten a waiver and just not done it. But now, since we have the daycare here, it does enable, even if it is only one or two families, we're able to help those families because of this. We have 3 student interns. These are students who are in the Education Professions CTE class, who have an interest in early childhood education, and they were selected through applying through Joe Clare, the ed profession teacher, and then they're doing, simultaneously, they're getting classroom credit for being in there and have some assignments linked to it, but they're also getting job experience and having a paid internship. And they overlap through the day. So we have one in there for second and third period. One is their third, fourth, and fifth. and then the third one, 5th, 6th, and 7th period. And that also allows, because of that overlap, extra time when Manel needs to go take a lunch break or Brian needs to take a lunch break. We've still got the adult with our students as well. Enrollment right now, we had 3 groups. The way the pricing is set up, group 1 were the children 6 weeks to 16 months. And right now we have 6 of those babies. Then our toddlers, ages 17 months to 3 years, through their 3-year-old age. We have 8 of our toddlers signed up. And then group 3, a spot reserved. We have someone who is going to have a baby, one of our new teachers, and right away she reserved a spot for that baby so that when she comes back from maternity leave, we know that that baby is going to go in there too. So, starting the year with 15 students, 15 children, that we have been able to do that for our staff. That is huge, and I'm really excited about that. Once a student does reach enrollment age for our pre-K program, then they're no longer eligible for this academy. So the parents are encouraged to enroll them in our pre-K classroom. And I know that we have one that's going to age out already in September and has already applied for Mrs. Rehberger's program then once the child is old enough for that. So that's our goal. Keep our staff kids here. Great. I briefly want to have you take a peek inside. We have a 3-room suite divided into spaces for learning and play, eating, and nap time. We also were able, I don't have a picture of the bathroom, but we also put in a bathroom in the center room area over the summer so that we have that for the suite as well. But right now, in these pictures here, you're going to see this is in the learning and play room, and you can see different areas set up. You see a low bookshelf there, so it's access, right at student level access for them, lots of toys. And I will say, while we received a grant from the Community Foundation to help to purchase some of the things we need, we have had so many donations from staff members of things that their children have outgrown and so forth. So we were able to use all that too and help save some money in the startup costs by having a lot of this. This is going to give you a look at the 3 rooms. If you look at the top left, that room, you can tell by the cribs back there and those little swing things off to the side of them. This room is used for the sleeping area. We have the cribs in there. One of the nice things about this, we have a group at the high school that's doing some everyday living skills, including we just got a new washer and dryer and things like that. So they're going to launder the sheets and things like that. So we're trying to get our high school students involved in what we're doing with this as well. The room on the far right, that is the center room. You can see in that picture, for example, there's a refrigerator that we were able to purchase, a small refrigerator with money from the Community Foundation grant. That room also, in the right corner where you see the white wall, just inside there is where we put in the bathroom and so forth. And you can see kind of out the windows there over the little cubbies. That's one of our courtyards, and we're hoping to eventually get some mats down and make a little outdoor play area for our infants and toddlers there as well. The picture you see at the bottom, that was during our open house, and that was just some of the families and children who came to explore and meet the staff and let kiddos play with each other and see who was going to be there, so that was nice. And again, this is some of our kids during that open house. You see one was Frankie playing there and working very hard to build some things, and another family who came with both their infant and their toddler who are checking out the space to see what it's gonna be like for their children. And I just can't help but think, for a young mom or young dad to know that their kids are just down the hallway or just across the parking lot, this is huge, and this is a great opportunity for our young staff. And I'm hoping, it's really hard sometimes to recruit young teachers and young families to a rural area. And I'm hoping that this is just one more way that we can show our younger teachers that we understand, we hear you, what some of the needs are, and we're working to address those needs. So I'm excited for the childcare staff and students and all of our families who are able to take advantage of it.
Thanks for the slideshow, that was good.
Alrighty, discussion items.
Just a reminder that next month I will be giving the proposed 24 budget along with proposal for capital project plans and things like that. It will be posted, and you will also have a month before you vote on that then in October. So, hopefully anyone that's watching at home or get the word out if they want to see what's being proposed in the budget. That will be unveiled next month. Some of the statements. First of all, I want to talk about some of the summer projects that happened. Just go down a list of things that we heard from students, staff, families, administrators, things like that, different people, and that have been addressed this summer. Southeast Fountain Elementary now has a slide. I hope that the kids are enjoying it already at recess.
Rory said she didn't even get a turn at first recess because the line was so long.
I was up in there too.
It was that slide, it's so long.
I was in there with one of our friends. So you can tell us firsthand it's a good slide.
It is. And I went down it, didn't I?
Cameron tested it for us, make sure I
It'll hold me, it'll hold me.
Welcome to being the assistant principal. We have also this summer, our pre-K area here in front has been fenced in, and that's huge for safety with cars coming around. And that's mostly used by our pre-K, but our life skills also uses that area, and we have some adaptive playground equipment out there as well. We're in the process of fencing in the K-5 playground. We certainly recognize that we have some students who are elopers, and they're going to try to run if we don't work on containment. I know that Kelly and Cameron and Brian were working together to see exactly where the fence is so that we still have our cross-country course, but at the same time we have contained and we don't lose anyone into a cornfield.
How tall is it gonna be?
I believe it'll be the same as the one out here.
4 foot.
The area affectionately known as the dungeon at Fountain Central, the front area of the building, we now have a sidewalk that goes from their door to the parking lot so that when fire drills happen in wintertime, kids aren't trouncing through the snow, or when staff who work in that area, they're not having to trounce through the snow to get in, things like that. Another thing that we've done this summer, completed the LED lighting at Fountain Central that we've been working on, and have been fortunate to have those rebates that have enabled us to move forward with that project at an accelerated pace. The cafeteria area at Fountain Central was painted and refreshed. A big thing that happened that we're excited about, we now have key fobs at our exit doors. So there is no excuse for propping doors. When they go out for fire drills or any other reason, our staff members all have key fobs. They can now use those at our entrances to get
So
in.
every single door
And
has,
they don't, all of our regular entrance. Now, like the doors to the kitchen from outside,
Right.
those wouldn't have.
but the entrance
But the
doors that
entrance
we
doors
use all
have
Awesome.
them. Our staff daycare center, which I showed you in the spotlight, was prepared this summer with a new bathroom and a 3-room suite for babies and toddlers. And it opened on Monday, the first teacher workday, and it is open every day that's in the teacher contract, so 182 days per year. We have had some more landscaping done this summer to improve the aesthetics in and around our campus. Areas of the parking lot have been resurfaced as needed. The tennis pavilion up front, which is being done by volunteers mostly, has been framed in and work is ongoing. The tennis court is being temporarily resurfaced for tennis season, but better improvements are to come. It's a matter of getting the schedule aligned to when tennis season isn't happening and the people who do the work can be here. A plan is in place with the goal of having new HVAC in both of our buildings next summer. So, we have been doing some work trying to keep the current HVAC system working and getting us through this year. And our maintenance team has certainly done a lot with that as needed throughout the summer. I want to share a message from the FAST program that uses our facility. They sent a note to us. On behalf of FAST, I wanted to thank you and Fountain Central for allowing us to use the pool for what I believe was the 45th year. We had a wonderful year. We finished with 76 swimmers ranging in age from 4 to 17. FAST went undefeated in the regular season, 6-0, and placed second in the championships. We really appreciate your support from Sue White and the FAST board. Again, this is great that we can use that as a community resource because certainly we want our district to be a community hub. I also want to thank all of the people who worked through the summer, and I'm going to start with Quinn and the IT team for all they did this summer. Brian and our maintenance team. Angie and Jason from our transportation worked all summer long, making sure things were ready to start this year. Dan, our SRO, worked throughout the summer because we had camps going on, we had summer sporting activities, different things, so he kept us safe all summer. Beth and our custodial team, making sure that everything was gleaming for welcoming our families back this week. Josh, Bill, Kelly, and Cameron, our building admin, contrary to popular belief, they do not get their whole summers off. They were in here frequently interviewing staff, making sure things were ready, schedules were set, all of those things were ready so that we had a good opening this week, which we did. A thank you to Jason from our AD. Again, sports camps and other things went all summer, and he's working all summer on scheduling events and so forth. Thank you to our student workers. We had student interns who worked this summer, whether working outside in our grounds and maintenance, and some that helped with custodial duties as well. And then also a thank you to the administration building staff, Cindy, Chelsea, and Lindsay, who worked much, if not all of the summer with me so that everything, state reports still got in on time, and and our bills got paid, and staff got their paychecks, and all the other things that have to keep happening even when some people are home enjoying their summer. I want to give a thank you to some of our community partners for some things that they did for us this summer. At our back to school, some came there and met with our staff to share with them benefits. That included the Proactive Clinic, American Fidelity, who does our flexible spending and some extra insurances. Epic, our insurance advisor who works with us for the health insurance, and I am happy to say that we had a 3% decrease in costs, and this is the third year in a row that we have lowered costs for staff insurance. So I'm really excited about that. Valley Oaks, who partner with us to support mental health for our students and staff who are out here. We partner with American College of Education, and they offer scholarships to any of our staff who choose to go there to continue their education. But in addition to that, they provided a gift card for a drawing on New Teacher Day, and they also donated $250 towards the cost of the lunch for our staff on the day that the staff returned, so we appreciate that. And then last, I want to say ADA Consult, David Niels, who is a Fountain Central grad, runs that. He did the plans for the next building trades home, and he gave a $1,500 discount for doing that because he wanted that.
Who was that, David Mills?
David Niels. And he wanted that because he's a FC grad and he wanted to support that building trades program. So, you know, we are very fortunate for all of the community partners that we have, for the staff that we have, and just all the great things that are happening and continue to happen here.
All right. Any statements or concerns from the board?
It's nice to see you, Ryan.
You too.
Yes, welcome back.
I want to congratulate Mr. Shady on finishing his admin license and stepping up and doing virtual academy. Congratulations, Mr. Banks, for officially becoming the vice principal. And really just a good luck to everybody in our corporation to have a good year. I mean, I really feel like over the last few years, we've just kept stepping forward and helping the game, and it feels good to be a part of that. So thank you guys for all that you do, and that's everybody included. I'm really proud to be on the school board here and working with you folks. So I just want to say thank you for that.
We've got a good team for sure. And just real quick, with Krista Witzman resignation, I just want to give a quick shout out for her. I know she had several years of service here, and really respected her for the job that she did, and I think she'll be missed. So, yep.
Okay. Already taken care of our document signing. So adjournment,
Motion.
second. All in favor?